the differences I've noticed between having a hearing dog and having a deaf dog, it definitely adds a little bit of a challenge to your training. Whereas with Jin, you can't call her name, you have to like physically get up and tap her and be like, hey, come on over here, we're gonna play with this toy instead. Everyone always asks if I have a sign for her name, and it's basically just a tap. So that's how I get her attention, I just tap her with one finger. Jin has definitely changed my life, really changed my perspective on deaf dogs, of course. There's challenges with having a deaf dog, but there's also lots of fun little surprises and rewards, and it's been really fun to learn how to train in a different way. The hardest thing to train Jin is basically her check-in behavior. So that's when she looks back at us to see if we're gonna give her a cue, because we can't call her name like you would a normal dog. So right from when she was a baby all the way up until now, we always reinforce it, is asking her that she's off doing her own thing, but once in a while she just checks in with us to see if we're giving her a signal. So we had to do that in a lot of baby steps and gradually making it harder and harder, but she was super successful all the way along. Definitely you had to think differently when you're training her, because like a lot of times you use your voice to communicate with dogs, but with Jin you obviously can't use your voice to talk to her. So it was definitely kind of training ourselves to kind of think about training a little bit differently, because in training a hearing dog you might use a clicker, with Jin you just use a thumbs up. So it was just training us to figure out how to communicate with her. My favorite thing with Jin is that she is down for a 10-kilometer hike one day, and then the next day she's fine to just kind of sit on the couch and be lazy because it's raining. So I really just like that she's just kind of down for whatever we're up to. She's happy for adventures, she's happy for lazy days, and that's great about her. So there's definitely some challenges with having a deaf dog, and I think it requires you to be sort of more on top of your training for sure. But I definitely think that they're great animals, and they deserve great homes as well.